Welcome to Shogun Bros No DECAFF, where passion meets purpose in the world of dogs. We go beyond the surface, covering care, training, breeding, husbandry, showing, genetics, and the history behind the breeds that shape our culture. We're here to inform, inspire, and keep it real. No hype, no shortcuts, and definitely no DECAFF. Join us Monday through Friday at 4:30 Arizona time. No daylight savings, no nonsense, just honest conversations about what it really takes to raise, train, and understand great dogs. This is Shogun Bros No DECAFF. Let's get started. Disclaimer: we do not participate in any illegal activity and will not violate any animal or human rights. All opinions shared on this podcast are the individual thoughts of the speaker and do not reflect the thoughts or opinions of our guest or the host. In other words, your words are your words and your thoughts are your thoughts, not mine. Say it. Stand on it.
Yo, what's good, big dog? We back in this thing. Back in there, Big A.
Hey, what's happening?
Yes, sir. Shogun Unlimited, no DECAFF, binge-worthy content. Subscribe, like, follow, share, and best believe, no DECAFF. How y'all been, bro? How you been, bro?
Man, you know what it is, man. Grinding, man.
Yes, sir, man. Giving these brothers time to get in here, man. Giving them time to get in here. Y'all know what I'm saying? We took a month off, man. We was doing our weekend thing, man. But it's different on the Monday mornings, man. Appreciate all the subscriptions, all the people that came out and hollered at us while we was on our hiatus. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. My brother Big A been putting in a lot of work, man. Salute my brother Big A. Thank you for everything, bro. Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Making it happen.
Both on the camera and off the camera, man. Salute to all y'all in the chat and give y'all some quick shout outs real quick before we get into the show. Like I said, man, same show, better format. That's all it is. I see Dickie Mother Loving Foster in the building.
Hey, what's happening?
Mike Dan, the man in the building.
Mike Dan with the plan.
Casino like Fred's, what they do, big dog.
Casino, cha-ching.
Lil J said, Grand Rising, my fam. So, ooh.
Hey, Lil J.
The queen in the building. What it do, queen?
Hey, what it do?
Dirty Dog Kennel. What's good, big dog? Quick FC7. What's good? Yeah. Okay, y'all. So, let me give y'all a quick rundown for those y'all that are here early in the morning. This episode is going to take the audience back to the beginning of the bond between man and dog, where loyalty, instinct, and purpose were first forged. It connects the root of canine history to the modern day society. Dog man mindset, showing that everything we do today, from breeding to training and discipline, is built on the ancient foundations. Dogs, the genesis. Let's get it, Big A.
Yeah, man. Bushido code of the day is true loyalty. True loyalty isn't just saying standing. It's standing firm through storms. The dog's loyalty to man is ancient. Our responsibility is to honor that loyalty by being steadfast in return. Before the name, before the breed, there was loyalty. Shogun.
Hey, salute to that, man. True loyalty, man. Thank you for that, Big A.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's I'm just honored, man. Abundantly honored for the opportunity to be back, man. And like we'd like to give out the first 5 or 10 minutes, but I will give some digital dog show information while we waiting for those brothers and sisters to get the notification. Digital dog show will be this Saturday. Be hosting it at I think it's 8:30 my time now, but you'll see it on the schedule. Big A already got it scheduled and everything, man. So y'all just follow the schedule. We actually put the weekly schedule out on our social media, on our community page, and all that stuff. So definitely check that out. And yeah, man. If you really want to know, if you really want to be in the know, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Get involved, get your membership. It costs you as little as $1. And I make sure I post announcements in the membership chat as often as I can.
Man.
But yeah, PDF coming soon for the Shogun Army as a guidance. I've already updated the website where you can click on the website and see the show points starting with this past weekend show. Start with November, so you can go in there and track your points actively. Yeah. So that's that. But the Digital Dog Show this weekend, if you're entering videos, photos for the next Digital Dog Show, you can enter them in the month of November. It started on the 1st of November and it runs all the way through until November 30th. We also have the Pup of the Week and Dog of the Week competitions that are still going on. Channel competitions for the Channel of the Year. You know what I'm saying? So salute to all of y'all brothers and sisters who are doing that. And we appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I got a video I got to play for y'all here in a second to get y'all today's topic. But the topic is the Genesis. Big A, you got anything you want to add before I play this video?
Nah, man. Who wants to be king? That's it.
All right, y'all. I got a quick infographic for y'all just to cue up the conversation for today, and then we're gonna take off with this conversation and just express our thoughts and feelings on the video. Big A hasn't seen this video, so this is gonna be a candid reaction from him as well. Check it out.
From the frozen tundra of Ice Age Eurasia came one of humanity's first allies. Long before we built cities or raised herds, wolves began to walk beside us. The first domesticated dogs are believed to have emerged between 20 and 40,000 years ago, likely from gray wolves that lived near human hunter-gatherer camps. These wolves weren't captured. They chose us. The boldest, most social wolves scavenged from human campsites, and over generations, their offspring grew tamer, friendlier, and more cooperative. In return for scraps and protection, they offered humans something priceless: early warning of danger, aid in the hunt, and companionship in the long, dark nights. Archaeological evidence shows dogs buried alongside humans in ancient graves, not as tools, but as partners. Their loyalty had already crossed from survival to something deeper. From those first campfire companions came herders, guardians, trackers, and family pets, a bond that would reshape both species forever. The dog was the first domesticated animal, the original contract of trust between mankind and nature, a living symbol of loyalty, courage, and shared purpose, written not in ink, but in paw prints across time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, man. I wanted y'all to see that, man. It's a kind of infographic. You know, I'm gonna drop a book in here or where some of the information came from. This is a link to Thrift Books. Once again, it's a link from Thrift Books. It is well, actually, it won't let me drop the link. It's too long. I'm gonna put it in the StreamYard chat. See if it'll do it that way. But yeah, man. This is the link to the Thrift Books website. And the name of the book is How the Dog Became the Dog, From Wolves to Our Best Friends. The book sells for $7.29 on Thrift Books. And no, I don't get any marketing from them. Thrift Books, so if y'all see this, man, I'm gonna tag y'all in this. Y'all can go ahead and we appreciate that, you know. But yeah, man. The reason I bring it up is we are big on the history of breeds. And in doing my research to get ready for this episode, I realized that literally like tracking legacies and pedigrees and breeds only goes back about 350 years. So, you know, as you can see in Eurasia and Africa, the dogs have been domesticated for thousands of years. The earliest dogs being domesticated in Asia and then migrating over to Egypt, where the Pharaoh hounds, greyhounds, and I think it's called Selkies were some of the first dogs that were domesticated. Why is this important though? This is important. And the reason why we're bringing this up is I think we're missing steps in the process of making better dogs. I think we are missing steps in the process of making better dogs. As you saw in the infographic that we put out for you, the earliest dogs were the ones that did not show skittishness. They were actually the wolves that were brave enough to come into human camps and eat the scraps, eventually from the human beings. So the bond and the breeding practices of those early humans were already not dealing with skittish animals. They were dealing with ones that were brave enough to walk beside the man. They used them in hunts and to protect their camps. In some cases from cave wolves, it's called Smilodon, the saber-toothed tiger, and other animals of that nature. Moving forward into modern breeding practices, this could be a reason why to this day we still don't care for skittish animals that much. All right.
Yeah.
It's not indicative of the domestication of the dog. You're regressing when you breed those type of animals. And I just wanted to share that with you. There's a lot of other things to cover with the history of the dogs. So I'm gonna pass it over to Big A, and we're gonna cook on this.
Yeah, man. Nah, that was a dope little video, man. Yeah, it's a lot of history when it comes to, you know, the bond between human and the domesticated dog. It is crazy you say that they really didn't start documenting, like, you know, pedigrees, bloodlines, and whatnot until about 350 years ago. That just goes to show you that it's, you know, how little the paperwork has done in developing the dogs we see today. I'm not saying that the paperwork hasn't helped or provided guidelines or even tightened it up and put it into more detail. But prior to that, papers didn't have anything to do with anything, man. It had to do with, you know, the performance of the dog or what you wanted to get out of the dog per se, you know. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Speaking of the performance of the dogs, man, let me show y'all some high-performing dogs. This is Big C's Cayenne. She is not only the pup of the week, but the dog of the week.
Yeah, man.
Salute to Big C. I see him coming through the chat. What's good, big dog?
Mm-hmm.
Current reigning dog of the month is Pitwise Kennels, Oren Ishii. Salute to Oren Ishii. And dog of the quarter, or excuse me, pup of the quarter is Big C's Cash Dog.
Yes, sir.
Salute the work, fellas. Salute the work.
Salute.
But yeah, y'all. We for anybody who wants to challenge them guys in the dog of the week, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is get over here. And when you catch them boys in them pictures, tell them, come here. Yeah, man. Shout out to the digital dog competitions, man. Back to the history of these dogs, though. Okay, so as you heard, the earliest dog, it started with a bond between man and dog, and it started with food. All right. So the whole dog training thing, it goes beyond just training and getting them to do tricks like sit down and stay. But the trust was built on a mutual symbiotic relationship. The dogs were able to provide a sense of being able to see at night. We talked about this last week. Dogs have better cones in their eyes. They can see better at night. They can smell better at night, and they can feel better than we can at night. But the humans had the tools and the tricks and the ability to coordinate with the dogs for a coordinated attack to take down larger game that neither would have been able to take down as easily by themselves. Then by leaving the scraps and the meat around for the dogs developed a sense of a belonging with the humans, eventually being woven into society. Now, moving forward with the dogs and their history, if you take that ideology into the domestication of dog breeds today, we'll talk about American Pit Bull Terrier because that's the only breed I really know anything about in a great detail. I'm familiar with all breeds, but I don't have a lot of history on all the breeds. Now, moving forward to American Pit Bull Terrier, the dog still serves some of the same purposes as it did before. Utilizing it for hog hunting and varmint eradication, the dogs are allowed to do the same thing. In my research, I was already, any hunts that my dogs went on, possums, squirrels, whatever, I was already butchering the food and giving the food that they hunted to the dog without even knowing the history behind it. It just made sense to me. After doing this research, though, I was able to better understand why my dogs bond and why we're able to get along the way we get along. It's due to simply, it's in their genetics.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I genuinely think that that's the way to go with it is the daily feeding you do with your dog has a deeper sense than just making sure they have the sustenance to survive. It's part of historical data, and you should cherish that moment. That is a spiritual moment with the animal, developing the bond between man and dog. And as y'all know, here at Shogun Unlimited, our goal is to become a better man through building better animals, and build better animals to becoming better men and women.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I like that.
So
I had to post that. I had to post that question.
yeah, so yeah, man, are you is your dog working for you? Are you working for your dog? Or are y'all working together? You know, yeah, you know, all those questions that you want to ask yourself, because I know a lot of people that you know, just feed the dogs, you know, house the dogs are well taken care of, healthy, and the whole nine, but that's pretty much it. Then I know people that actually had the dogs out there working for them, you know, hog hunting, doing all types of stuff, man. And then, you know, you have people that actually pack structure per se and work together with the dogs as a team effort. Which one are you?
I like that. I like that. Okay, so Big A, let's talk about this pack structure thing, because you know that's one of the things you're working on with your yard, right?
Mm-hmm.
What commonalities do you see amongst your dogs and the pack structure in your animals?
Yeah, so it's based off of this subject right here, the historical whole, you know, it's getting back to that natural setting in a modern day urban setting, I guess you could say. Everything we do it together. If I'm gonna walk the dogs, we walking together. If they eating, they eat together. Everything is done together, and it's done through either seniority or maturity, whichever one holds the most takes the lead. You know, so you know it's a tedious thing, but it pays off so dearly in the end. You know what I'm saying? So you know, the things that you know from history or whatnot, when you look at wolves, coyotes, hyenas, you know, they all run in packs. You know, the pack structure is similar. It has similar things in it, and it's also different from pack to pack on how they, you know, conduct themselves in as far as order and structure. But it's just one of those things, man. And I notice with certain breeds, especially this breed, it's not typical to see pack structures within our breed. And the only reason I believe that is because that is the way the man typically pushed themselves to believe. But a dog is still a dog at the end of the day. I don't care what breed, I don't care what temperament, I don't care if it's a man biter, I don't care what it is. It's still a dog at the end of the day, and it still has the genetics and the mind structure of a dog. And you know, the base of it is pack structure. So it's always been there. It's just, do you want to tap into it or not? And I'll leave it at that.
Very well stated. Very well stated, man.
Yeah.
So how many of y'all, like he said in the question, man, are you honoring the original purpose in how you handle and raise your dogs? Are you doing that? And if so, do you have any examples of it? You know, what have you seen? What have you learned? What have you heard? I think it's imperative. I think it's overtly imperative that everyone understand their responsibilities to their animals and just understand that as a team, as a community, it's our responsibility to take these dogs to the highest level. And I don't think you can know where you're going if you don't know where you came from.
Yep, pretty much. Who is that?
That's Pixar Dre.
Wait,
Pixar Dre.
where the Crocs? I don't see the Crocs though.
That's my Hirachis. The picture that I'm in,
okay.
The picture I took, the original picture has the Hirachis in it. So
Okay,
got the Hirachis on. But yeah,
I got
Pixar Dre.
Look like you running from something. Yeah. Nah.
Don't worry, Pixar Big A coming too. You know.
Yeah, I bet. Hey, it look like you back in North Carolina with one of your little pups, and you walking home at night, and you heard the noise. What was that? You get ready to drop the leash.
Get foot on them. Get foot on them. Yeah,
If y'all know, man. Y'all had to know Dre to know, man. The historical stories, man.
Yeah, man. If the dog ain't paying attention, man, he ain't doing what they was really bred to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, but on the cool though, man, it take a real stiff son of a gun to stand in them woods and hear all types of noises in the middle of the night and be stiff. Yes.
Yeah. But you do have to get to a point in a place in your mind where you are that thing that goes bump in the night.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Well, I'm saying as a kid, man, as a youngster, man, going through. Yeah, man. Y'all got that Uchacabra, whatever you call it out there, bad boy. The Bladen Burrow.
The beast of Bladen Burrow.
Yeah, whatever y'all call it. Yeah.
Big A, I'm gonna play this clip for the brothers that got here a little bit later. I see there's more people in the chat now. So y'all, the topic of the day is the Genesis. And here's just a quick clip again. Also, there will be the video itself of the Genesis will be uploaded. We're gonna start giving y'all these so y'all can just get the topics, whatever. We also have put out already the topic of the weeks on our social media. It's on the YouTube community channel, where you can kind of pre-curse yourself. You can know if you want to chime in or if you got things to add. Some of y'all brothers have already sent me topics to cover. Like tomorrow's topic is Big Pharma killing pets. We're gonna break down how Big Pharma is killing pets, and it's doing it through your veterinary services. So y'all stay tuned for that one. But once again, this is for y'all who got here a little bit later. Check this out.
From the frozen tundra of Ice Age Eurasia came one of humanity's first allies. Long before we built cities or raised herds, wolves began to walk beside us. The first domesticated dogs are believed to have emerged between 20 and 40,000 years ago, likely from gray wolves that lived near human hunter-gatherer camps. These wolves weren't captured. They chose us. The boldest, most social wolves scavenged from human campsites, and over generations, their offspring grew tamer, friendlier, and more cooperative. In return for scraps and protection, they offered humans something priceless: early warning of danger, aid in the hunt, and companionship in the long, dark nights. Archaeological evidence shows dogs buried alongside humans in ancient graves, not as tools, but as partners. Their loyalty had already crossed from survival to something deeper. From those first campfire companions came herders, guardians, trackers, and family pets, a bond that would reshape both species forever. The dog was the first domesticated animal, the original contract of trust between mankind and nature, a living symbol of loyalty, courage, and shared purpose, written not in ink, but in paw prints across time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, man. So, once again, man, for the dogs, I think we skip the steps, but I think we also overthink things a lot too. These earlier guys, they didn't have e-collars, they didn't even have leashes. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have leashes, and now, obviously, for societal norms, you have to have leashes. We don't live in villages anymore. We live in what we would call first world problems. And
I wonder when they introduced the leash in college, because I see it. I know you've seen Game of Thrones and little old stuff like that, and in those all the medieval times they had at least leashes in college. So I wonder, when did that actually come about?
Funny you ask. So I actually have the next week's topic is going to be the introduction of the war dog. And that was on the Roman Legionnaires time frame, and so that will cover that in a little more detail, even down to the harnesses, collars, spike collars, the purpose behind the spike collar. So all of that stuff, man. It talks about it, and I'll give you a sneak preview of one of the things that they did was the Roman Legionnaires. The dogs would have to sleep amongst the Roman Legionnaires and learn the smell of Roman leather, and they were fighting the Gaelics or the Celts. and the celts use a different type of material for their armor. So the dogs, without even looking at the person's face, could tell by the smell who they were supposed to bite. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, shout out to Victoria for doing the research on that one. You know what I'm saying? He shot me the research on that one. He got me the research materials for it. But yeah, man, like we're gonna do a deep dive into history, man. And obviously we're gonna still compete with the dogs, talk modern time things, but I think that this information was very, very beneficial to me. Learning how and why we got to where we got to, and bringing it back full circle is important to me. But yeah, man, good question, Big A. Very good question. Question that Big A asked y'all was when were the leashes and collars actually when was the inception of leashes and collars as opposed to having free running animals? Once again, like I said, the original wolves, they came when they pleased. And these dogs learn not to roam because the benefit of the human being toward them. So if your dogs are the kind of dogs you can let off leash and they stay close by, that's just indicative of the dogs that we used to start the breeds that we have today, you know, and that's just straight from history. But yeah, man, I love it. And then not only did the dogs of ancient history have to be able to work besides men, but they had to learn what the tools were. They were using arrows and spears, right? So they're using arrows and spears to tell the deer to get over here, you know, and through those efforts, I got an echo going on, Big A.
It's not me. I haven't done anything.
Okay. Well,
let me see.
You might have to cut on echo cancellation and cut it back off. But yeah, man. So through the dogs and utilizing the different technologies they had, the dogs had to learn the difference between the stick that they were playing with and the spear that was being used to thrust into the animal so that the dogs could work simultaneously next to the man. Now, the closest thing to that in modern society is the hog hunter. Once again, I want to give credit to my brothers that hog hunt, the brothers that are going to get into hog hunting, and everybody in between there. But salute to all y'all brothers for putting in the work. Genuinely appreciate y'all because you're keeping it as close to the original tradition as possible. Big A, you back, and it's louder there, bro.
Yes,
appreciate that. Whatever you did, fixed it. I see my brother Schoolcraft Kennels in the building. Shout out to Schoolcraft. Y'all want to check him out? Boom, there you go.
Hey.
That's
Yeah.
Shamana, coming in a Honda. Yes, sir.
Man.
Now, we always talking about training and breeding and competing, but how many of y'all understand the psychology behind your dogs and where that psychology even comes from? You know, in its rawest form, if you got a dog that hunts, I love that. I genuinely love that. That's probably one of my favorite qualities of a dog, even more so than the trainability and the athleticism or the look of the dog is its ability to perform. Quick said, my people had a streetwalker dog that would go and come as she pleased. I like that. A lot of hound dogs will naturally find tracks and trails. They will roam, right? I love that about the dog, and for some people that's irritating because they got to go look for the dog. But understanding the nature of that dog is actually probably a really good dog. You know, a really good dog. It's doing exactly what the original dogs did. It even peeped the scene for you as a scout. Hemi said, apparently pack theory and alpha dog is thought to be incorrect. Wild wolves are led by a breeding pair that form a pack. So the alpha male and female of the wolves are considered the leaders of the pack. There's even certain strategies they use, like entering the den first, exiting the den, eating first, and even exiling those who don't fit in. You know, so a lot of times I use those same qualities with my dogs. I feed my ranking dog first. My ranking dog enters the room after human beings, but before the other dog. Things of that nature, to the best of my ability, to keep order in the pack. I structure it for them, and it works very well in my life to be able to do that. I also think that it helps with knowing when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. My dogs can be around each other. However, if one of them gets out of line, let's say Kazi tries to enter the house before Saki, and Saki corrects her, I think that's a good correction. You know, I think it's a very good correction. So yeah, Mom Duke's in the building. What's up, Mom?
Hey, what's happening? Yeah, man, that's my pack structure is based off of the wolves, not the hyenas or the coyotes and whatnot. So I do all of that, everything to a T. I'm like that. That's one thing that I think I took in more than anything else when it came to these dogs, man. Is understanding the psychology of the dog and breaking into the history, and that's what kind of really just had me honed in on pack structure, and when you see it with your own eyes, like another owner doing something similar, it just locks it in and lets you know it can be done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I'm about to hit y'all one of these hot tracks, man, and we'll be right back with you. Check it out.
Kennels, boy. We don't do no barking for clout. We let the dogs talk. Dog of the week, you gotta earn that name. Let's go. Let the dog talk. Don't speak for him, nah. Every bite, every stance, that's a battle scar. We don't cap, we just snap when the camera's on. Dog of the week, yeah. They know what we on. Let the dogs talk. Let the dogs talk. Let the dogs talk. 808s hitting like a chain off the collar, dog. Samurai Kennels, we the ones they applaud. Don't speak for the dogs. Let the dogs talk. From the yard to the yard, it's respect, no bark. Every kennel got a story, every champ got hard. Ain't no gimmicks in the bloodline, all grind, no fraud. We raise kings, not clowns. It's the Samurai Squad. Subscribers tapping in, they know who next. Photo clean, stands mean, yeah, the pose perfect. We don't chase lights, we chase legacy. Dog of the week, that's the pedigree. Let the dogs talk, don't speak for them, nah. Every bite, every stance, that's a battle scar. We don't cap, we just snap when the camera's on. Dog of the week, yeah, they know what we on. Let the dogs talk, let the dogs talk, let the dogs talk. 808s hitting like a chain off the collar, dog. Samurai Kennels, we the ones they applaud. Don't speak for the dogs, let the dogs talk. It's that southern bass, hitting low like a bulldog stance. Got the viewers in the chat saying that dog dance. Ain't no fluff in the yard, we keep it raw. Every post another war, we just won, that's law. From the pit to the porch, we raise them with code. Discipline, honor, that's the samurai mode. So if you talking about the best, better mention the name. Samurai Kennels, dog, we run the whole game. Let the dogs talk. Don't speak for them, nah. Every bite, every stance, that's a battle scar. We don't cap, we just snap when the camera's on. Dog of the week, yeah, they know what we on. Let the dogs talk, let the dogs talk, let the dogs talk. 808s hitting like a chain off the collar, dog. Samurai Kennels feel one, they applaud. Don't speak for the dogs, let the dogs talk.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Just getting these tracks. I mean, we got tracks for days, man, and we want to make sure that okay, so let me see what Young Fam said. I wanted to bring this comment up because it was good. It was a good comment. He said, I teach my dogs yard boundaries. They will not leave the yard without a leash. As puppies, even if they leave the boundary, I just chase them back into it. And that right there is exactly what the alpha wolf would do, because what happens is with wolf pups, wolves are territorial, which means if a wolf strays into another wolf's territory, it'll typically be chased back into its territory or even possibly unalive if it's if the other pack is aggressive or hungry, right? Those dogs of old could be cannibalistic. So in modern day, I can say modern times, but in the times of not so recent history, to hear of a yard accident happening where a dog is unalived and then cannibalized, I have heard of and seen evidence of dogs eating the remains of an animal that is no longer with us, and that would obviously be indicative of an animal that is hypersensitive to nature, or a dog that's just doing exactly what the wolf pack would have done in the past, taking this territory. But yeah, man, thank you for sharing that, Young Fam. That's a genuine comment, and we appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Dre, is he saying wolf? What part you talking about, Quick? You talking about in the song? And also, Young Fam said, Quick, I have 4, and they all understood the concept. That's another thing, man. As long as you got one that is genuinely one, as long as you got one, that alpha, whoever the alpha is, your pack. Well, however you build that alpha, the rest of them typically will fall in line. Typically, you can get the result you want from the rest of them. So that's why I typically focus on getting that one dog right, and then allow the other ones to see me work with that alpha of my pack.
Yeah, and I would say this, man. This is I wouldn't say I would say, to me, in my personal opinion, this is the only way or the best way is to start with one dog. You know what I'm saying? We always jump the gun, and just because it's available, or whatever the case may be, you grab multiple dogs or whatnot. But if you're really trying to build that foundation, and you want to have a better experience per se, take your time, get one dog, train that dog, spend that time with that dog, man, get the dog in order, because that, and you know what I'm saying, that's the lead, that is the teacher, that is the the cornerstone of the progress. So if you spend 2 years, 3 years working with that dog, and then introduce another dog into the pack, man, it'll be so much easier to maintain. And then, once you get that dog in order, then you introduce another one, and so on and so forth, man. And I believe I know your experience will be a lot better. But when you jump the gun, man, you create a lot more responsibilities than you might be able to handle at that time, with lack of experience, or if you're trying something new,
Yeah, and we've had a discussion before, on this channel, where we talk about like which one you start with and all that good stuff. Big A believes the female is the way to go, and I'm completely different on that one. But I believe whatever works for you works for you.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the sex of the dog, as long as you get that dog, as long as you spend that time with that dog. The reason why I like the females better is because they're naturally caregivers. You know what I'm saying? So the patience is there. The correcting and all of that stuff is done a little different than males. If you pay attention to how males correct a pup or another dog, is completely different than the way a female corrects another dog. So those things, it all depends on personal preference.
Agreed. Crockett was a big dog. And see, for me, I got into it never wanting to even have a pack of breed dogs. Like, I genuinely just want to make a male dog and train him and compete and do all that other, all that other stuff that I like to do. And
that's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. You usually get into the game and you have your, whatever it is, and then you start changing direction or seeing things that you want to get into after the fact. And that's not just with this, that's with anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For sure. I definitely understand that, man. Definitely understand. And I think that spending time in nature with your dog, I think it was Young Fam was saying that, like, walking the boundaries. I think personally that spending time in nature with your dog is extremely important to the quality of life for not just you, but you and your dog. I believe that being alone with them in situations where y'all both have to be on alert, like walking at night, walking in strange areas, new environments. All of these things are indicative of the nomadic people that start off with these dogs in the beginning. So in doing that, I just want to say that I think everything you do, the walks, the training, all that stuff is cool, but just being around them in different environments is unmatched.
It's good unmatched. Enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
Hemi says a female in heat will test email's fortitude to not pass that invisible boundary. Yeah, facts. and they roam, and females and heat roam, you know. And this is something that is genetic, man. We can't, you know, you fight nature at that point, and you can nurture all you want to, but
yeah.
Them male dogs be like the first day out type thing when they smell that female in heat, man.
Yeah, man. You know anybody who owned any wolves?
Yeah, there's a couple people that breed wolf hybrids in North Carolina.
I mean, real wolves, straight wolves, not hybrids.
Not. I don't know anybody who breeds the straight wolves, man. Let me give a shout out to my brother Crockett with a 5-piece early in the morning, man. Tip. Hey, yo.
It's a man, it's a guy that I follow on Facebook. I haven't seen him in a while, but he owns wolves, hyenas, coyotes, tigers, lions, all of that stuff, man. And he was explaining the difference between the pack structure of the wolves and, you know, having dogs. And he was saying that if you do own a real wolf or real wolves, you can't you have to, he says you have to be a single person. You know what I'm saying? You really can't have family like that, you know, like, you know, people in the household. And he was saying that you know, you can't really you can't go anywhere without them, because they have to come with you. You know what I'm saying? And you always got to be dominant. You have to be the alpha. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always a test. You know what I'm saying? They will. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was going into detail. I got to find him so I can, you know, share it with everybody.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think another thing, man, and like right here, so in Arizona, we do what's called a rattlesnake identification training. And there's actually classes here. There's a 4-week course to teach your dog to identify venomous snakes from non-venomous snakes to help out, because there's so many varieties. There's 6 different varieties of rattlesnake here. Then you have Arizona bark scorpions. They're super venomous, Gila monsters, and things of that nature, right? And when you're mentioning the wolf, I can only imagine that wild wolves would have seen other wolves be bitten, become sick, and learn monkey see, monkey do. And so that's another quality of having a good sound dog that is allowed to be in its natural form. Obviously, if your dog is not trained to identify these things, he's going to put himself in a bad situation every time. But
dogs are very smart. They learn just like that. You ever seen a dog get handled something serious, might get hit by a car or something, and another dog see it, they scarred. They scarred by it.
Yeah. It's like I was telling you, one of my partners, he with his dogs, to get him to be quiet, he would correct one very, very strong correction on one, and he go out there and say, "Be quiet," and the rest of the yard would get quiet too, without ever receiving that correction. So I definitely agreed on that one. I definitely see where you're coming from with that statement and those sentiments.
Yeah. And that's another thing about the pack structure. Just how you explained how your family will handle that situation, man. They see that and they follow suit. They know who the alpha is. They know, you know what I'm saying? They understand these things. We do these things on a regular basis, and we don't know you know, what exactly or why we're doing it, or you know what I'm saying, what can I say, the history to it, or whatever the case may be. But that is a form of pack structure in itself right there. You know, because if you're not the alpha, if you're not the lead, the dogs don't respect you. You see it all the time with the carrying dogs and all types of stuff, man. But you are alpha, your dog is going to respect you.
For sure. Even down to trusting you, like right here, I'm pulling out these quills out of my dog, right? Even down to like some dogs, you know, with breeding and whelping, for example, right? You really want to test your bond with your dog, be able to move their food, be able to handle their puppies. When they're in pain, you being the one that can handle it and touch them, it says a lot about the bond. And I think it's taken for granted because most of us, the American Pit Bull Terrier, they have such a high pain tolerance. You can get away with a lot more than other breeds. But this is not just a pit bull channel. I just talk about pits the most because that's the kind of dogs that I think are perfect, right? There's no reason for me to really deal with anything else. But As far as being able to bond with your animal, man, you got to know those things. Because when I had my Malinois, if he would have had that thorn in his side, I don't think I could have got that out without tools and somebody restraining him, because his pain tolerance would have overridden the bond. Just like how Brother Crockett was saying with a female in heat, it's gonna really test that bond and see how driven that dog is to do what you say or to follow you as the alpha versus doing what his natural instincts are telling him to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Exactly, Lil J, and that's why you have to be consistent and you have to be true to self. Like all of our internet talking is worthless if you get out there in that yard and you put yourself in danger. You know what I'm saying? Trying to emulate something that you're not living day to day consistently. That's a very good statement. Let me pull that comment up and read that out loud for people in the back. He said, "The wolf is always going to try you. No relaxing."
Yeah,
and the dog's the same way. You know what I'm saying? Dogs the same way. You know, and I'll tell you how I know they're the same way. My dogs at 5 p.m. if they're not fed by 5 p.m. they will start barking at 5 o'clock on the dot. On the dot with no clock, because they've learned the behavior, right? And normally if I feed them before 5, I can sit the bowl down and say, "Stay here, don't touch the bowl." But if it's after their feeding time, you know, that actually ain't training, that's maintenance, which means I'm maintaining the schedule. But when I violate that schedule, they're gonna try to push the line.
Yeah, man.
Young fan said, "Lil J, you gonna be asleep and he gonna just be staring at you."
Yeah, man.
Facts, man. Facts.
Man.
And Crockett said rules, regulations, and boundaries. And even then, man, with a true wolf, man, you know, man, they're always vying for coming up in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? They always want to step their game up in the ranks. So
that's what. Yep. Yeah.
Definitely, just be cognizant of that. Be abundantly cognizant of that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna drop this link for anybody who wants to come on. We got about 12 minutes left. If you're interested in coming on and giving your perspective on it, that's fine. And if not, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? I never force that upon you. Wednesday, we do have a special guest coming through. For that, the chat will be members only. You can still watch it, but the chat is going to be members only. I want to make sure I'm protecting my guests and making sure that my guests are only being questioned about the Shoguns and the Shogun Army. So disrespect anybody who doesn't have membership, but I've seen where we have guests on, and you know what I'm saying, somebody who probably shouldn't even have access to that, that guest has access through me, and it's my job to serve. Samurai means one who serves, so I want to serve the community, but I want to serve the community with balance, and I got to start setting some boundaries. So that's it. You know, a shout out to everybody. Mike Dan in the building. What's good, big dog? You've been in there earlier, and I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But Big Ace, so you said something this weekend, man. And I want to go back to the competition side, because I think I've covered this topic as much as I want to cover it. You know, beat a dead horse at this point for me. Yeah. But you mentioned something at the end on Saturday's live stream, and I'm putting together some videos. I'm gonna be using that audio from that live stream to put together a video. But you're talking about the performance aspect of the best condition, man.
Yeah.
1 second, man. He said, Genetic Rockin' said, "Oh, brother JT, what's good, big dog?" He said, saying, "The dogs that know that schedule, salute to everyone." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And dogs so smart, man. They say dogs don't got taste buds like that, right? That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a lie. Where the cat button at?
Cap.
Yes.
Cap.
Because so for the dogs that I've seen, man, even though I use the same brand of dog food, right? The same brand of dog food, my dogs specifically go, like if I have the bison one or the chicken one, it shows the difference in how they will salivate over the bison. You know what I'm saying? Or if I was to put 2 bowls down beside each other, I be dogging on the dogs, ain't tell the difference. And then also, y'all know this too. If you use dine on your puppy food and you remove the dine, or you go from soft to kibble, them dogs, hunger is not just enough, man. They actually do understand the value of flavor and things of that nature. Another thing is if you ever had a dog that was fed table scraps, you're gonna have a little bit harder of a time to get him to eat kibble after he's ate table scraps and some seasoning and stuff too. So
yeah,
just be aware that like these dogs they're not dumb at all. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
they got their own qualities, their own taste, their own structure. I'll tell you another thing my dogs do. I can feed my dogs steak straight up my hand, raw or cooked. But my dogs with raw chicken, they will bite the mess out your hand trying to get to that chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say my dogs is the N word, but they definitely colored. You know what I'm saying? Like, they love some chicken, man. They love some chicken.
Yeah.
RBG was good, big dog. Run away with the wolves, come back leading the pack.
Yes, sir.
The characteristics of the wolf are held in high regard in many Native American cultures. The wolf is a symbol of courage and a cunning in almost every culture around the world. Norse, Vikings, Celtic, in the areas in the countries of Africa, they do have wolves. In Asia, the wolf is even on the Asian calendar. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? The calendar with the horse, the dragon. The wolf is on there, and it's always praised for its cunning nature, being smart. So that's another reason why I think intelligence is big for me in my program. You know what I'm saying? Just going back to that, I don't think you could have made the bond that humans have with dogs from the beginning without having an intelligent animal. You know,
wolves have the one of the most intelligent hunting strategies out of all animals. Them and I think it's the killer whale. I think so. Yeah.
But also killer whales considered highly intelligent. The dolphins are extremely intelligent as well. And I was going to say the wolf has to be smarter to hunt as a pack because if you look at the big cats that do hunt, whether it be solo or in packs, those cats have an extra set of weapons called their claws. Dogs don't really. I mean, but they can't use them. They're not retractable claws like the big cats. So the wolf has to be able to use its mouth, which is another reason why I think mouth is important because I'm certain that a wolf to be able to kill a moose has to be able to bite down and clamp down with a high level of force, right? And even the dogs like the Kangal that were bred to combat and even unalive the wolves had to have even more force to be able to defend themselves from several wolves at any given time. So
because it's usually them against multiple.
Yes, defending the property or a livestock.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but as far as the food you were saying, a simple way to tell this is if you give your dog treats. In the training world, we have low value, mid value, high value treats. You can give a dog some cheese or something like that, and the dog, is into it, highly into it. But then, like you say, if you were to give them, like something of chicken or some steak or something like that, they might lose all focus on whatever is going on. They can't focus on anything but that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can short circuit them. You know what I'm saying? Bring out that real savage in them. And then resource garden is something I was talking to Big A about too. Resource garden is a thing that I am not a fan of anymore. I used to like it, because I didn't like for one dog to be able to take another dog's food. But the resource garden thing, as it was told earlier in the show, with those wolves being domesticated, I'm certain that they were fed freely. So if they wanted to go take the food from another wolf, they just did it.
It's a natural color. It's a natural color.
They called each other out. You know what I'm saying? So only the best were bred to the best. And then
the weakest link of every pack has to leave. They got to go.
Yes. Young fam say now they got the coyote and the wolf hybrid. They do. And my fear of an animal like that is the wolf is cunning. The coyote is a sneak thief and an ambush hunter. The wolf hunts through ambush, but they will track for 40 to 50 miles. The coyote is dirty. They got coyotes that jump fences and snatch kids up, And I'm not saying wolves don't do that, but typically wolves stay out of human society. They stay as far away from us as possible. But the coyotes, they're opportunistic hunters. They're going to take down the easiest thing for them to get. Yeah, man. There's a lot of hybrids in the States, man. They have those young fam. They also have those boa condas down in Florida as well. And
bears.
Yeah, the growler bears.
The crocs and gators. It's a whole bunch, man.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of them, man. And each one of them is F1 hybrids that are better than I ain't gonna say better, but they're equipped with more tools than either of their predecessors.
Yeah, cats, all of it, man.
Yeah. Speaking of they know fear, this 300 blackout I got built. I'm gonna try to put the fear of God in these coyotes out here in Arizona, man.
Yeah. What? Hey, you said you were working on something.
What's that?
Performance.
Performance.
Okay.
Yeah. From your statement from Saturday, I'm putting together a video elaborating upon what you were talking about. In the last video, for those of y'all that weren't here Saturday, Big A was stating that as far as the dog shows, he really doesn't care for the best condition class being called best condition. It's more of an aesthetic class in his opinion, and I agree. Like I agree. And so I was going to show some of us working our dogs and doing those things at a show. It's actually being released. The raw footage is being released to members only today. I think I got it set for release at 1,200 hours today. So yeah, y'all get on there and check that out, and you can see the competition, and then we'll be breaking that down and covering that in more detail throughout this channel and Samurai K9 to give you a full spectrum of our thoughts and beliefs on that statement that Big A made. But I thought it was a very profound statement, and it has resonated. I got phone calls about it for other brothers either agreeing or disagreeing. And, so it definitely warrants a deeper thought, a deeper look.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I mean, anybody. This is my opinion. It's just my opinion, but I think that anybody that disagrees, is somebody that either doesn't necessarily care about the performance side or is trying to hide something. That's just me personally. Because if the dog looks like it's supposed to go, then it should go. That takes out all of the starving the dog to get, all of that, man. Let's see, action.
Like my boy Big Ace said, and like my boy GW said, check it out.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
And yeah, man, I think that's what I'm getting. That's the message I got from that. Is that the dogs you can hide a lot by just having them look a certain way, but performance will always tell the tale. In the historic days, I think that's why the old heads of old, during the days where they were putting them down between their legs and letting them go, I think that helped remove doubt. And even then, there was some cheating and stuff going on that you couldn't always prove your point in a historic setting just because people weren't following all the rules. They didn't want to be right. They didn't want to get it right. They wanted to be right. And getting it right would be through honorable mutual combat at an agreed upon time, weight, place, and calling. But of course, anytime you put human beings involved in something, there's always a room for error in there. Somebody rubbed, somebody lied, somebody cheated. The referee wasn't fair, man. So yeah, man. Let me give a special shout out to my brother King T in the building. Shout out to Cap Bros. Y'all catch them on a Wednesday night Cap. I appreciate y'all. SDA went live Saturday. If you didn't catch the live Saturday, go check it out. Yes, sir. He said, King T said, Dre, Big A, and the whole chat. Who is that on the cap drop? That's Takeoff. R.I.P.
Okay.
And brother Link's in the building. He said, salute to all, man. Salute, big dog. Well, y'all, we're at that hour mark. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm an hour closer to work than what I normally would be. So I'm gonna shut this thing down right at the hour mark, man. I'm gonna hit y'all with this benediction, and we're gonna get up out of here. But I will say this. Man. If you missing out on some of the best dog conversation, the most binge-worthy content, and the most interactive channel on YouTube, all you need to do is get over here. For those of y'all that pray, please stay. If not, you're more than welcome to leave at any given time. We thank y'all. We appreciate any feedback y'all may have. Drop the feedback in the comments after the video, and we will take our time and review those comments. May the Lord watch between you and me while we're absent one from another.
Amen.
For the love of the dogs.
For the love of the game.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain, locked in the game, never moved for fame. Old mountain lines run deep in the flame. Socket brought the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red Ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Socket from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second was the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.